Do you snore? Many people snore when they sleep. Sometimes they don't know it. This has a great impact on their family members and damages their own body. So how to get rid of annoying snoring? Please watch the video below carefully. Here are some scary numbers about snoring. 30% of women and 50% of men snore. Nearly 1/3 of those who snore also suffer sleep apnea, a potentially deadly condition, and often without knowing it. Snoring and sleep apnea limit your breathing and, therefore, the amount of oxygen you take in during the night. This often leads to fatal conditions such as stroke or heart attack, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's and other dementia, fatigue and tiredness during the day. Plus, sleep apnea is also the leading cause of obesity. If you are interested, please click the link below the video. And unbelievably, snoring can even lead to hearing loss of both the snorer and their partner due to the loud noise throughout the night. But to snore is not the most dangerous thing. About 50% of people have a partner who snores. This means that snoring affects almost everyone in one way or another. And having someone keep you up every night with their loud snoring is even more serious than snoring yourself. Lack of good quality sleep causes many of the same symptoms as snoring does, but much more drastically. It leads to even deadlier conditions such as high blood pressure, heart attack and stroke, fatigue and tiredness, dementia and other memory loss, obesity and early death. Plus, it causes you to underperform like a zombie throughout the day. Over 100,000 car and home accidents every year are blamed on sleep deprivation. Thousands of people die every year because their partner kept them up with their snoring. But most seriously, it robs you of the joy of life, because you're just not yourself. 5 types of snoring and how to diagnose and treat each. You see, snoring is always caused by something partly blocking and narrowing your breathing passages, throat, nasal passages, mouth. Then, the soft tissues in your breathing passages flap in the airflow, like trash blowing down titles, making the loud noise. But what blocks the breathing passages differs from person to person. So, here are the 5 things that block the airflow, causing the 5 types of snoring. You may have more than one of these types. 1. Throat clamping down, often associated with sleep apnea. 2. Tongue falling into the throat while sleeping. 3. Narrow nasal passages, or congestion, blocking the airflow. 4. Tension in the jaw narrowing the air passages, more common than you'd think. 5. The soft palate is too weak or unusually big. This is one of the most common diagnoses for completely unnecessary snoring surgeries. Here is how you'll treat your snoring in 3 steps. Step number 1. Understand exactly what causes your snoring. It's very easy to find out. I'll give you a few simple questions to diagnose exactly what type of snoring you have. For example, do you snore even when you sleep with your mouth closed? Your partner may need to answer this. If the answer is yes, then more likely than not, your nasal passages are to blame. We'll do a few follow-up questions to diagnose this for sure. And I'll give you specific exercises focused on opening up the nasal passages. Step number 2. Learn the exercises tailored exactly to your type of snoring. I'll recommend 3 to 4 exercises based on your type of snoring, throat, tongue, nasal passages, jaw, or soft palate. Each exercise takes about a minute or 2 to do. So you'll have to put aside 3 to 5 minutes per day to completely treat your snoring. Today, you should put aside an extra 5 minutes to learn the exercises for the first time. I explain them in simple language, and the directions are well illustrated, so they're very easy to learn. Plus, you can also follow along on the audio directions I give you, just to make things even easier. Best of all, you can perform the exercises anywhere, anytime, even while stuck in traffic or watching TV. After a few days, they'll become completely automatic. So, doing the exercises really doesn't take time from anything else. And yes, I recommend you keep on doing the exercises for a few days, even if you don't snore. Just to make sure it doesn't reappear. Step number 3. Learn the most powerful sleeping positions to prevent snoring. This step is optional. You see, treating your snoring is all about opening up the breathing passages so they're not blocked by anything. Because some people take a few days to treat their snoring, I used my understanding of the subject to develop sleeping positions that work the very first night, even before you begin using the exercises. These positions also guarantee you never have to snore again, even in the extremely rare instances the exercises don't help or take a long time to work. Again, this is very rare, but I'm a perfectionist and want to make sure you're 100% happy. In one sleeping position, you can lie on your back, the other, you sleep on your side. It all depends on what you like. How will your life change once snoring has stopped trashing it? How will it be different? What will you do differently? Are you ready to wake up refreshed and happy every morning and share a smile with your lovely partner? To go through the day full of energy and joy? And to go to sleep every night relaxed, without dreading that snoring will ruin yet another good night's sleep? Is it worth it to spend 3 minutes of simple exercises today to gain that life? And say goodbye to snoring forever? If the answer is yes, please don't wait another minute. Now click on the link below the video to learn more.